Morning. This is a 1 hour fiery flow. Let's start this morning on our backs. So everyone just come lie down. And then, can you hear me okay? If you can't hear me, let me know. You can type and there's a chat box. You can just say, I can't hear you. But hopefully, yes. Awesome. Yeah, so just lie on your back and you can take either your legs extended out, or you have to do what Andy's doing and have your knees up to the ceiling and then your feet toward the wide edges of your mat and kind of let your knees fall into the center. And then take your hands and place them somewhere on your body. Just anywhere on your body. It could be one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. It could be on your legs, whatever. And start to connect to the flow of your breath. Just giving yourself a moment to arrive, to settle into the space. Taking note of your surroundings, taking note of your breath, of your body, of your mind. You know, Brene Brown is one of my favorite humans, and I've come across some of her writing in the past couple days, and she talks about vulnerability a lot, and about how being vulnerable is the path back to ourselves. So to own our story can be difficult, but it's not nearly as difficult as spending our lives running from it. And I really like that idea, this idea of owning your story, right? Where you've been may not have been the prettiest, may not have been the most peaceful, but it's yours. It's your story. It's your past. And we are an accumulation of our past stories, our past conditionings, our beliefs. So own that. Maybe another word for owning it is accepting it. And so that's my invitation for you this morning. Explore this sense of vulnerability that can be a gateway to our own authenticity. If there's another intention that's calling you more deeply this morning, then go ahead and set any intention of your choice. Bring your attention back to your breath. And then start to feel the rise and fall of your belly as you breathe in and out. Start to deepen your breath, bathing your abdominal organs in fresh oxygen, fresh blood, filling up the belly, filling up the rib basket, filling up the chest with fresh air, fresh breath. Take 2 more full conscious breaths. And then go ahead and take your knees straight up if you're not already. And bring your feet hip width distance apart. Bring your heels in close enough to your sits bones so that you can just almost touch them with the tip of your middle finger. Root down to the upper body and press the palms firmly into the mat. Take a deep breath in, a deep breath out. Hug the low belly in towards the back of the mat. Can you press your low back onto the mat? On your next inhale, lift your hips up all the way and then press the floor away with your arms. Your forearms, tuck your chin in towards your chest, and then energize your thighs and the tripods of your feet. Take another breath in, lift up a little bit higher, and then exhale, slowly lower back down to the mat. Tap your legs, hug your belly in, and then inhale, lift your hips up again. Fluidly drop them back down. Very good. Inhale, lifting the hips up. This time bring the arms with you and float the head and tap the back of your hands on the ground behind you. Exhale to lower everything back down. Good. 2 more like that. Inhaling, lifting the hips up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift the hips and the arms up. Exhale, lower all the way back down. Take your legs and extend them toward the sky and stamp your feet against the ceiling or the trees or whatever you're really looking at. And then drag the tops of the thigh bones down towards the hip sockets and straighten your legs. And that might mean you have to drop your heels a little bit closer to the earth to straighten your legs. Yeah, and then think about hugging the top of your femur bones back into the hip socket. So you're really pulling the thighs back, and then open the back of the knees. Firm down to the upper body. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly start to drop the heels down towards the mat. If you need to hug your hands underneath your tailbone, it's a nice way to help you in this. And then breathe in, lift the heels back up. Exhale to lower down. Try to get your heels as low as you can. Hover, hover, and then lift them back up before they touch. Inhale. And exhale. Last time, lifting the heels back up. And now this time, bend your knees and parallel your shins to the ground. Yes, exactly. So the knees are stacked right over the hips at a 90-degree angle, just like that. Take a deep breath in. Now as you exhale, drop your knees over to the right, but not all the way down. Let your knees hover. Yes, exactly. And then inhale, bring them back through center, and exhale, drop them over to the left. Yeah, getting into the obliques, warming up the core. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, over to the right. Option to straighten the top leg. Yes, exactly, Davis. Inhale, back through center. Exhale to the left. So you can take your arms out a little bit wider if that helps you here. Inhale, back through center. 1 more on each side. Option to straighten one or both legs as you peel over. Last side. Bring the knees into your chest. Give them a nice squeeze. Squeeze everything together to lift the head and the chest up off of the mat. Squeeze your chin and toward your knees. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then start to rock and roll up and down your spine, eventually coming to a tabletop position. Stack the shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Ground down to the tops of the feet. Take a big breath in as you drop the belly down and open the chest. Tailbone comes up and look up. Exhale, round the spine, scoop the pelvis under and take your gaze back towards your navel. Inhale, arch the spine, open the collarbones, look up. Nice. Exhale, scoop it under. Really push the floor away and dome through the upper back. Good. Keep going. Keep breathing for the next 5 breath cycles. Here's your chance to get a little playful, a little curious. You can invite any sort of extra movement into your cat-cow. If you want to go side to side or drop your hips back towards your heels, maybe bend your elbows. Spinal flexion and good, Andy. Awesome. 2 more full deep breaths. Really expand the breath. How much more space can you breathe into your body? Coming back to a neutral position. Extend the left arm out in front and the right leg back. This time, point through the lifted foot and keep the hip to open the back of the knee. So wrap the right hip down. Straighten the left arm a little bit more. Take a big breath in and stretch it a little bit longer. And then as you exhale, take the elbow to the knee below the belly and crunch it in. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch it out. And now this time, being mindful of our neighbors, extend the right leg out towards the right, and then you're gonna sweep the left arm out, but keep them off of the ground. Yeah, so you're hovering your leg and your arm above the air. Exactly like that. Yes. Keep it up. Take another breath in. Exhale, drop the right foot down to the mat and straighten the leg. Yes, just like that, Davis. That's it. Breathe in and lift the left arm up and open toward the sky. Open the right side of the lungs up. And then as you exhale, thread the needle. You're going to place the left shoulder on the mat. Left cheek down. And drop your arm down to the floor. Crawl your right fingertips forward. And then cut your right hip under and pull your left hip up so you can square your hips. One more breath here. Exhale to replant the right palm beneath the right shoulder. Breathe in as you sweep the left arm up and open toward the sky. And exhale to bring everything back to center. Next breath in, extend the right arm out and the left leg back. Pointed foot. Square the hips and really think about opening the back of the hamstring. Take another breath in and stretch it out a little bit more. Exhale, bring the elbow to the knee below the belly. Inhale to stretch it out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to stretch it out. This time, extend the right arm towards the right. Keep it straight and high, and the left leg comes out to the left. Maybe you can give your neighbor a little love tap. Keep it off of the ground. One more breath in. Hold. Stay with it. Hold. Exhale, drop the left foot down to the mat. Keep it straight. You're going to flatten the knife edge of the foot on the ground. Inhale, sweep the right arm up toward the sky. Wrap the left side of the lungs up, and then exhale, shoulder and cheek to the floor. That's it. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. One more breath in. Exhale. Push firmly through the left palm. Inhale as you bring the right arm back. Open toward the sky. And then exhale, bringing it all back to center. Tuck your toes behind you. Lift your hips up and back and find downward facing dog. Micro bend your knees, everyone, so that your chest and more towards your yes, Allison. That's it. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Feel free to pedal out your feet, lifting one heel then the other. And now I want you to find a neutral down dog and think about now, the hands and the feet don't move, but you're going to try to squinch your left hip towards your left shoulder, almost like you're trying to do like a little crescent moon. Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah, and then go the other way. So try to squinch your right hip towards your right shoulder. Yeah, it's just a little bit of spinal movement back and forward to warming up the obliques, stretching out the side bodies. And then take your right hand, and what you're going to do is reach across your body and grab the outside of your left foot. If you can, yes, or your shin. That's awesome. If you need to scoot your hand back so you can grab it, and then take a look at your left armpit toward the sky and just see what's under there. Inhale, plant the right palm back down. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Andy. That's good. And then the other side. Left palm grabbing the outside of the right foot. And then drag your heart through yourself and take a look under your right armpit. You're observing from a different perspective. Okay, bring the left palm back. Inhale, lift your heels really, really high. Straighten the legs. And then start to roll yourself out to a high plank. Stay here in your high plank. Remember, there's always an option to drop down to the knees. Hug the belly button towards the base of the spine. And then drag the heels of your hands toward your toes. Nothing's moving, but energetically, the front part of your body is dragging itself towards the back part of the body. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the thighs, open the back of the knees. Take another breath in as you shift your weight forward over your wrists. And exhale, bend the elbows right by the rib basket and lower all the way down to the ground. Untuck your toes behind you. Zip up your legs and ground down the tops of the toes on the ground. Plant the palms, shoulders, and breathe in as you lift the head and chest up off of the mat. Squeeze the low body. Yes. Exhale to lower back down. Inhaling, lifting up, baby cobra. Hug the elbows in toward the spine, Andy. That's it. Exhale, lower down. Take your palms out wide now, wider than your mat. Tense your fingertips down. And leading with your heart space, lift up the chest and the head. Exhale, lower back down. 2 more like that. Inhaling, lifting up. Think about pulling your feet back. Exhale, lower down. Use the low body to help you. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to lower down. Plant the palms beneath the shoulders once more. Elbows up. And now push up through chaturanga. Yeah. And then come into upward facing dog. So then, yes, upward facing dog with tucked toes. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. Yes, that's it. Cool. So tuck your toes for me. And then lift the tops of your thighs off the mat. Pull the shoulders back. So nice. Use the low belly here. Hug it back. One more breath in. Exhale. Send your hips up and back. Find downward facing dog. Start to walk your way to the top of the mat. Little by little. When you get to the top, find a forward fold. Soften the knees and let everything kind of shake out. Bending one knee maybe and then the other. Now what you're going to do is take your left hand and place it right on the ground beneath your nose. And if you need to bend your knees to get here, then go ahead and do that. And then peel your right arm up and open toward the sky. Imagine your spine is on a spit and your flesh is twisting around that spit. Extend the top fingertips. Breathe in. Option to take the back of the right hand and kind of hook it around yourself like a half bind. And really pulling the right shoulder open. Extend the right hand if you've got it in the bind, and then exhale to replace the hand right beneath the nose. Peel the left arm up and open toward the sky. Stay here or find the little half bind. And really wrap your shoulder open. Inhale, extend the arm. You've got it in the bind, and then exhale, place it back down. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fingertips come to your shins or your knees. You want to pull your shoulders back. Imagine like you've got a teacup on your back and you don't want it. Yes, that's it. You don't want it to fall. And then place your hands on the mat, bend your knees, and step back to a high plank. Shift your weight forward over your wrists. As you breathe in and exhale, lower halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, send it back, downward facing dog. Take a clearing breath in, clearing breath out. Okay, listen very carefully. Inhale, lift your heels high. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward towards your wrists and pause. Okay? Now, you're going to keep your knees bent and slide your chest forward into a tucked toes, upward facing dog. Yes, that's it. That's it. And then come to chaturanga. So bend your elbows. So we're going to a little bit. Yes, and then push strong up through high plank. And then send your hips up and back. This is our vinyasa flow. All right? Here we go. Breathe in, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward towards your thumbs. Inhale, sweep the chest forward, tuck toes, upward dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, push up to plank. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Yes, awesome. All right. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, sweep it through, tuck toes, upward dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, push up through high plank. Exhale, hips up and back. One more. Inhale, lift the heels high. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, sweep the chest forward. Stay really low, upward facing dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg high to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee and open up the hips. Stretch open your hips. Start to draw some little circles with your ankle, maybe your knee. Wrap the right shoulder down and press more firmly into the right palm. Next breath in, straighten the right leg. And then as you exhale, bring the knee in towards the elbow, right elbow. Hold and hover. Inhale, sweep the right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee to the left elbow. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, knee into the chest and keep it really, really high. Dome to the upper back. Push the floor away. Get the leg a little bit higher and then step it through as gently as you can. Low lunge. Draw the shoulders back and make the shape formal. Make it a back bend. Guys. Pick the upper body up as you breathe in and sweep the arms up by the ears. High crescent lunge. Micro bend your back knee as you wrap your arms towards your ears and lift up out of the side waist. One more breath in, palms touch overhead. Peel your heart out toward the sky. Do a baby back bend. Look up, hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale and come back through center. Find thunderbolt with your arms by your ears. Don't lose the bend in the front knee. Good. Tighten your feet a little bit more. So nice. Start to shift the weight into the front leg as you get light in the back foot to play with coming into warrior 3. Lifting up out of the standing leg. And then go ahead and drop the leg back down. Just come up as you breathe in and then open into warrior 2 as you exhale. Here we go. Grab your bow and arrow. Breathe in, reach the arm around. Exhale, pull it back. Keep the elbow really high and then release the bow. Inhale. Sweep it around, grab that bow. Exhale, pull it back. Get your legs wide. Inhale, sweep the arm around. Exhale, pull it back. Now pause. Release your thumbs. Take a look at your thumb, your front thumb, and start to take some little pulses into the front leg. If you want to add Kapalabhati breath into it, you totally can. If you don't know what that is, then don't worry about it. Good. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Squeeze the abs in. Squeeze the right glute. Squeeze the left glute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten both of the legs. Sweep the arms up. Parallel your feet towards the long edge of the mat. Reach everything up. Then as you exhale, hands to the hips and find a forward fold all the way down. One breath through the spine. And then exhale to fold. Start to crawl your way around toward the front. Find a low lunge and pop the back heel up. Lift the right arm to the sky as you breathe in. Vashisthasana as you breathe out. Start to come to the knife edges of your feet and step it back. Option to drop the bottom knee down. Good, Andy. Yeah, so you just put your weight into your left hand and step your right foot back. You've got 2 full breaths here. Lift the hips a little higher. Take your gaze up towards your hand if you can. Beautiful. Exhale, drop the right palm down. Bend the elbows right by the rib basket, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the left leg high to the sky as you breathe in. Bend the knee and open the hip. Yawn, open your hip flexor. Start to take some little circles with the ankle or the knee. Wrapping the left shoulder down towards the mat. Straighten the left leg as you breathe in and exhale, bring the knee to the elbow. Keep it really high. Good. Inhale, scoop it up and back. Exhale, left knee to the right elbow. Inhale, sweep it up and back. Exhale, knee into the nose. Hold and hover. Take a full breath cycle here. Lift the thigh a little bit higher. Push the floor away. Good. And then step the foot through when you can. Draw the shoulders back. Ground down through the low body and then float the upper body up. High crescent lunge. Micro bend your back knee. Equal weight between the front and the back foot. Imagine you've got a beach ball in between your hands and you're squeezing that beach ball together. Next breath in, pick your heart up toward the sky and touch the palms overhead. Take a baby back bend or a big back bend. Your choice. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Come back through center. Thunderbolt with the arms by the ears, belly over the thigh. Reach the crown of the head forward. Long, strong spine. Good. Start to shift the weight into the left foot very slowly, just to play with coming into warrior 3. Finding a sense of balance and control, stability over flexibility. Really good. Step the foot back and sweep the arms up overhead. Breathe in. Warrior 2 as you exhale. Line the front heel up with the back inner arch. Good. The front knee likes to turn inward, so just wrap it out. Make sure the front knee is right over the ankle. Extend through the arms. Grab your bow and arrow and breathe in as you reach the back arm forward and then exhale as you pull it back, keeping the elbow really high. Inhale, sweep it around. Exhale, pull it back. Inhale, sweep it around. Exhale, pull it back. One more. Inhale, sweep it around. Exhale, pull it back and release. Release your thumbs and start to take some baby pulses into your front leg. Good. Put your elbow a little higher. Go as fast or as slow as you need. Do you need a little extra push this morning? Do you need to back off this morning? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten both the legs. Parallel the feet to the long edge of the mat. Sweep the arms up. Star pose. Extend the fingers. Energy shooting out of the arms. Squeezing the inner thighs together. Now pick your toes up and see if you can lift the inner arches of your feet a little bit more. And then like we did last week, I think we did this. Start to bend your knees and stick your butt out. And then your tailbone comes out to the sky and flat back as you lower halfway down. Keep your arms right by the ears and reach the arms forward. Grab hold of your beach ball in between your palms and squeeze the beach ball together. Go a little bit more, bend at the knees and stick your butt out more. Yes. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Drop your hands down to that. Okay. What we're going to do now, take the left palm and place it beneath your nose. And you widen your feet a little bit more so you can flatten your palm on the ground. Is this okay for you? Now, lift the right arm up to the sky. And again, your spine is on a spit. Take your gaze up to the trees. All right, what you're going to do is trace a line with your fingertips all the way around the circumference of yourself, all the way around to the outside of your left ankle. And don't lose eye contact with the tips of your fingers as you grab the left ankle. Exactly. And then lift the left arm up, straight up to the sky. Yep, that's it. And then again, trace a line with your gaze all the way to the right ankle. Now, you might not be able to grab your ankles. That's okay. You can bring your feet in a little bit closer together. You can just play with your stance here. It might be your shins that you're grabbing onto. That's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Yes. So the bottom arm lifts up to the sky, and you keep that eye contact. Well, not eye contact, but gaze point contact. And then you sweep the other arm up. And notice where your gaze wants to break. It could be one arm, it could be both arms. And maybe you find yourself lingering in those places where you want to break that gaze with your fingertips. So we are spherical human beings. We're three-dimensional, right? We have a front, we have a back, we have a left and a right and a top. Oftentimes we get so focused on what's in front of us, we forget that we have all this other stuff around us. Awesome. Okay. 3 more breaths. Keep flowing like this. Think about squeezing the thighs together, lifting that tailbone up toward the ceiling or toward the sky. And then find stillness in the center. You can bring your hands to the floor or your ankles. If you want to play with coming into headstand, you can. Otherwise, just stay exactly as you are. And hug your chest in towards your thighs. Hug your elbows in a little bit more. Yes. Beautiful. 1 more full breath. Take your time if you're inverted. Exhale, take the hands to the hips. Inhale, coming all the way up to standing. And then step to the top of your mat. How you doing?
All right.
Grab a sip of water if you need. Oh, sorry, I was taking some sips. How you guys doing? Good? Okay. Get really strong, really rooted in the right foot. Feel the ball of the right foot, the outer ball of the right foot, and the heel of the right foot. And then start to float the left knee up to the sky. Bring the hands to the heart for a center. Now get it up a little bit more, and then start to open the knee to the left. And then bring it back to center. So inhale, the knee comes open. Exhale, back through center. Inhale, open. Exhale, back. Okay, keep the knee bent and keep the heel as close to your sit bone as you can as you extend back into warrior 3. Shooting the left foot back. Hands stay right at the heart. Strong standing leg, strong left leg. Wrap the left hip down. Now open your arms straight out by your ears. One long line of energy from the tip of the heel to the top of the fingertips. Look at these ballet arms. Straighten those elbows. Okay. Lower the upper body down, float the hands down to the ground as you lift the left leg up and find standing splits. So it's not about how high your leg can go, but it's about keeping your hips square, and think about the eye of this posture being in the lifted leg. Yes, you're trying to get your heart towards your ankle. Good. For an extra challenge, you can float one or both hands off of the floor, or maybe grab your ankle. Okay. Start to re-bend the left leg and the right as you come into a little squat, and then come to stand up on your right leg again. Try not to let the left leg touch the ground. Yes, and then straighten the left leg straight out now. You can take your hands to your hips or keep them at your heart, whatever. Lift the leg a little higher. 3, 2, 1. Place it back down. Okay, ground down through the left foot. Bring your right knee in toward your chest. Now lift the knee a little higher. Inhale as you open it out to the right. Exhale to close it in. Inhale, open it out. Exhale to close. Inhale, open it out. Exhale, close. Keep the heel in as close to your sits bone as you can to sneak back into a warrior 3. This time, take your arms straight back behind you. And notice what your rib basket likes to do here. We often flay our ribs out. So can you hug your lower ribs in? Straighten your lifted leg, Andy. Straight. Yes, that's it. One more breath. Exhale with control, coming all the way back. Take your hands to your hips. This is what we did next. Yeah, we did.
No, I did standing split.
Oh, yeah, standing splits. I'm so sorry. Come back to warrior 3. Drop the hands down. Lift the right leg up to find standing splits. Yes. Deep breaths. So nice. Grab the right hip down. I know it's tempting to open the hip. One more breath in. Lifting up with the back of the right thigh. And then with control, start to make your way standing. Bringing the right knee into the chest. And now straighten the legs straight out in front. Integrity in the standing leg. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Okay. Lift the left knee back up into the chest once more. This time you're going to cross the left ankle over the knee and come down into for a squat. Yeah. Push the left knee away. You'll feel a deeper opening in the hip. Sink your knees, bend your knees more to find your edge, right? That place that's not quite comfortable. If you know flying pigeon, you want to practice that, you can. Or you can even just bring your elbows to the front of your shins and start to play with maybe shifting the weight into your hands. Good, Davis. You might not at all. You might just get comfortable with having more of your body closer to the earth. Slowly come back out of it. Grab hold of your big toe with your middle and pointer finger, and this time kick the leg straight out in front. You might not straighten the leg, you probably won't. Just keep your knee bent, that's it. Get your upper body out. That's it, good. If you want to open your leg out to the left, you can. Remember, stability over flexibility. Another option is just to have your knee, grab hold of your ankle and keep your knee bent. Yes, that's it. That's also a great option. feel pretty good here, you can extend your right arm to the side. Coming back to center. Release the foot. Hold the arms up just for a moment. And then release back down. And kick your right knee up towards your chest. Find a figure 4.
Sun in the sky.
Squat.
You know how I feel.
Here, be conscious of the shoulders, keeping them nice and square and aligned and open. And you can just stay here and have a nice juicy stretch. You can play with squatting a little bit deeper, or maybe shifting your weight into your hands.
It's a new life for me.
Good. The next couple of breaths, start to make your way out of whatever balance you're in, and then come all the way back up. Grab hold of your big toe with your pointer middle finger and stay here. Extend the hamstrings as much as you can. Just find your balance in your body. Draw the right hip back in the socket. And then if you want to open it up to your right, you can. Good. If you fall out of it, that's good. It means you're working. Breathe. Show up. Wherever you are is perfect, because you're perfect just as you are. Start to bring the right back to the center. Release the bind and keep the arms up. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Back down. Let's wash it out with the vinyasa. Breathe in, sweep the arms overhead, palms touch, look up, and then exhale, hands come apart for center all the way down. Halfway lift as you breathe in, find the flat back, shoulders back. Chaturanga, breath out, step back, and lower halfway down. Upward facing dog as you inhale, and downward facing dog as you exhale. Drop the elbows only down to the mat. Yes, that's it. Now, walk your toes in towards your elbows until your body naturally tells you to stop. And then pause there. Yeah. Lift the tops of the thighs up to the sky. Open the backs of the knees. Can you lift your forehead off of the mat, Davis? Yes. This is a good shoulder opener, shoulder strengthener, dolphin pose. One more breath here. Exhale, bend the knees. Come down to the mat and sit your hips back on your hips. Just find a child's pose. Start to make your way back to tabletop. And then tuck your toes and find down dog once more. Lift your right leg high to the sky. Bend the knee and open the hip. Stay here or flip into wild thing if you want. Next inhale, find your way back to center. Lift the right leg up. And then as you exhale, bring the right knee in towards the right elbow again. Hold and hover. Inhale, sweep it back up. Exhale, right knee to the right elbow. You're going to take your right ankle and scoot it towards your left wrist and then place your shin down on the ground. Yes, setting up for pigeon. Exactly. So in pigeon, you want your pubic bone to be right at the center. That's where the center line is. Yeah, so if you're really tight in your hips, you might put like a towel or something underneath your back thigh. And then take a look over your right shoulder at your back leg and just make sure that it's straight and the top of your foot is nice and centered. It's really that like helpful, but that looks pretty good. Cool. And then come on down to the full expression of this pose once you find that. And now can you actively relax the right hip? So instead of trying to push yourself into a shape, what would happen if you relaxed into it? What would happen if you chose to relax into the true expression of this shape? Not trying to make it be anything other than what it is. Take 2 more cleansing breaths. And slowly begin to make your way out of the shape. And just take your right leg and scoot it back to meet your left, and then come to lie flat on your belly just for a moment. Take your favorite cheek to the mat. Just let the blood kind of settle. Take a big clearing breath in and a deep cleansing breath out. Bring the palms under the shoulders and then push your way back to downward facing dog, however you want, through tabletop or through plank. And then on your next inhale, lift the left leg high to the sky, bend the knee and open your hip. Find a wild thing if you want, just an option. Wherever you are, breathe. And slowly make your way back to center. Extend the left leg as you inhale. Exhale, left knee to the left elbow. Keep it really high. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Hold it here. Now bring your left ankle towards your right wrist a little bit more and then place your shin down on the mat. Center yourself right over your root lock, your perineum. Take a look at your back leg and make sure that it's straight. And find only when we are brave enough to explore the darkness will we discover the infinite power of our light, says Brene Brown. breathe into the shape. And even in discomfort, can you give yourself permission to release into it? Take 3 more full deep breaths. And slowly begin to make your way out of the shape. Bring your left leg back to meet the right and come to lie flat on your belly once more just for a moment. Take the opposite cheek to the mat. Fill up the back lungs as you inhale. Soft release as you exhale. Take your hands and interlace them behind your tailbone. And hug the heels of the hands together and straighten your elbows. Yes. Yes, interlace. Yes, that's it. So, and then straighten your elbows and draw your shoulders back and down. Yeah. And then take your legs together, take your feet together, squeeze the low body. And then on your next breath in, lift the head and the chest up off the mat and pull your fingertips down towards your butthole. That's it. Yes. Lift up a little bit higher, a little bit, and then exhale, slowly lower down. You've got one more like that. Keep the heels of the hands together if you can. Zip up the legs, breathe in, peel the head and chest off the mat. Lift the shoulders, lift up, 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 lift up. And now lift the lower body up as well. So lift up the feet, lift up the chest. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. One more breath in. Slowly release the hands. You can release the hands. Okay. Bend the legs now and grab hold of the outside ankles, the outside of your ankles. Or the inside, whatever feels more natural to you. For me, it's the outside. So same thing again, and even before we squeeze the glutes and kind of prepare the hips. So slight pelvic tilt under a little bit to engage the abs, squeeze the glutes. Take a deep breath in and kick into the hands as you pick everything up off of the mat. Head, chest, knees. Beautiful. You can let your knees come out wide a little bit now that you're in this shape. One more breath in. Pick up your knees more. Exhale, lower down. Awesome. Okay, we've got one more full expression of bow. So grab hold of the outside of your ankles. You can play, maybe if you want to switch the grip of your hands and grab the insides. It's just always nice to try something different and just see how that feels in your body, you know, create a new possibility. Take a deep breath and then a clearing breath out. On your next inhale, lift everything off the mat. Kick into your hands. Pick up your thighs, your chest, your shoulders. Straighten your elbows, Andy. That's it. Yes, that's it. Beautiful. Exhale, lower back down. Take a moment to rest. eventually we're gonna make our way onto our backs. So you can keep your feet where they are at the same end. You can just flip over onto your back, it's fine. And then bend your knees, place the soles of your feet on the mat. And then start to bring your knees into your chest and bring the back, bring your palms to the back of your hips. Yeah, so we're gonna pick our hips up and come into shoulder stand. So you're gonna bring your knees into your chest first. Yeah, and then wrap your feet up and then support your low back with your hands. Yes, and if you're not feeling this morning, if you're like, I don't want to do this is not happening for me, then just lie on your back and take your feet straight up to the sky. Yeah, so your palms are going to support your back, Andy, and your triceps are going to be like a shelf.
I got you.
There you go. That's it. Yes. And then you're going to straighten your legs as much as you can. Now, there should be little to no back of the head, okay? The cervical spine should be very protected here. So really use the upper body to help you in the shape. And then also, exactly like this, you're going to lift up with the low body. So the low body is active here.
Yeah.
Awesome. Take 3 more breaths wherever you are. And to lower down, use your arms like brakes. You can come through Halasana if you want. And slowly lower everything down to the mat. Just windshield wiper your knees side to side, rocking out the low back. And if there's any final shapes that your body is craving this morning, before we settle into stillness, go ahead and take that time now for yourself. If you want versions or maybe a twist. When you're ready, there's no rush, but we'll make our way into Shavasana. Just sort of letting the snow globe of your mind, your thoughts, just sort of settle and sift down to the bottom. I had a teacher once tell me that yoga is the integration into the experience of the fluctuations of the mind. So for me, I interpret that as it's not so much about getting rid of thoughts, but seeing if we can find a little more space. And identifying not with the thoughts, but with that space. So we can accept what comes up. We can accept the fluctuations for what they are because we know they're going to pass. Start to bring your awareness back into your body. Deepening the breath, wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. And when you're ready, eventually coming up to a comfortable seat. Keeping the eyes closed. You can take your hands on your knees or on your lap or at your heart space. True belonging doesn't require you to change who you are. It requires you to be who you are, says Brene Brown. The divine light in me honors and reflects the divine light in you guys. Namaste.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yay.
Super cute. Look, we got Andy out of bed.
Yeah,
Making
we got
fun
this
of
guy out of
everybody.
bed.
It works.